Hello there and welcome to Dateline Lagos. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. On the program today, a look at the role of Infectious Disease Center Yaba in managing the COVID-19 pandemic in Lagos State. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu commissions 216 housing units in Lekki Phase 2 and Ikpori areas of Lagos. Lagos State is still taking the lead in the number of COVID-19 cases, and the #1 infectious disease hospital in Yaba has been well equipped to treat those who contract the deadly virus. Let's see the clinical activities going on at the center.
Being the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria, Lagos State has the most active biosecurity complex called the Infectious Disease Center, situated in Yaba, which is currently saddled with the responsibility of caring for COVID-19 patients. This facility is an integrated workplace housing units like emergency operation centers, intensive care unit, biobank, laboratory, oxygen complex, and mortuary. Essentially, it's an end-to-end treatment and research facility.
This laboratory was our response to the Ebola virus in 2014. It was after that we decided we must have a diagnostic facility that will be able to bridge the gap between clinical symptoms and diagnosis so that care can be instituted as early as possible. And during this COVID outbreak since February 2020 last year, we have been working day in, day out. There has never been a day that this lab has been shut down. And the beauty of this lab is that it's a green lab, in that the primary source of energy is the sun.
Walking through the premises, we see how samples are tagged for easy identification. Then to the biosafety laboratory area, which purifies the air that comes in and out of the IDH.
This is the back of the biosafety level 3 lab. You can see the blue arrow. The blue arrow is the air that has gone through filtration. We have 2 levels of HEPA filter, highly efficient particulate air filtration system. We have two sets at any given time. So the red arrow is for the ducts bringing air out of the facility. So at every given time, every air from the biosafety level 3 is taken out through through this duct into the HEPA filter. We call it bag in, bag out, BIBO system. We have 2 sets at every given time. The first one, the second is the second one. Before it is recirculated back, about 70% of the filtered air is recirculated back into the laboratory.
The IDH also has data miners keeping track of cases in different centers across the state, including treatment, recovery process, and home-based care, while those who require critical attention are admitted here.
Basically, the work we do here for surveillance, our aim is to promptly detect infections and to break transmission as much as we can in Lagos State. So our aim is to interrupt transmission and reduce the number of new infections that we're having in Lagos State. Our work usually starts from a rumor. So we get rumors either from risk communication team or whatever hotline. It might be federal, it might be state. So we maintain a rumor log of all the rumors that are coming in across the 20 LGAs. So we have a team. Part of the rumor team is also here. They maintain a log. I can show you an example when we get inside. And so when we get those rumors, we have a case investigation team that goes out to take samples. You'd have seen some of them there. That's a central search team under the hut over there. So they go out and they take samples from people. We also have similar teams in the 20 local government areas. Now, when we get results from the laboratory, the important thing to do is to get a list of the positive cases and hand them over to Ecotelemed.
We were saddled with the responsibility to sift out all positive cases that we get from the live Google Sheet. The sheet has both negative and positive, but what we do is to sift out the positive cases, then to the Ecotelemed. What we do is when we get the positive cases, we ensure that the report has both phone number and addresses of each report of the case, and we we transfer the data to the eco-telemedicine for appropriate use.
Lagos State has an home care park designed to care for patients with mild cases who do not require to be hospitalized. The Eco-Telemed team is also here to tell us how it carries out its duties.
On the Eco-Telemed team, what we do is to receive the data of positive cases and monitor the asymptomatic, mild to moderate cases in the comfort of their isolation or their homes. Through of course, their family participation and community participation as well. What we do is once we receive this data, we place an initial calls to them to ascertain the health status of each individual and be sure that we are dealing not with severe cases, but of course with asymptomatic and all. If we do have cases that are severe enough that might require hospitalization, we of course proceed to give such information to the team that handles the evacuation. So what we do is to place calls to them, and we call them on a regular basis within the 14 days period of their isolation to ensure that we do not have anyone who deteriorates health-wise.
This section is the routine laboratory area where people donate blood. It also runs an outpatient clinic for COVID-19 survivors.
What we do here is to see patients that have recovered from COVID-19 infection, the COVID survivors. We usually see them at least 2 weeks after their discharge, either from their own based care or from admission. So when they come in here, we have a checklist whereby we ask them questions. The purpose of this clinic actually is to ensure that these patients are in a good state of health, that there is no complication arising after the COVID infection. We also need to, because we all know that COVID-19 virus is novel, we do not really know how they react after the infection. We need to follow them up for at least 1 year. This follow-up too is being used for purposes of research, of study, for publications, and for us to understand if something like this arises later in future.
At the isolation ward, the reality stares you in the face. COVID-19 is real. Relatives are seen hanging around this safe area, praying that their loved ones will be amongst the lucky ones who survive. The center was the first to have an intensive care unit in the country with a capacity of 5 beds.
This is the first intensive care COVID-19 intensive care unit that was set up ab initio for this response in the country, and it has become a standard. Indeed, the NCDC, they had been here, and they have referred other state governments to come and see what we did here. This is a 5-bedded ICU, and we have 7 ventilators, parameter monitors, functional arterial blood gas monitor, and other infrastructure, medical equipment for the treatment of COVID-19 patients, including a dialysis unit. It's here as well. And we have HEPA filter. We are one of the first, in fact, we are indeed the first COVID-19 ICU in the country to have a HEPA filter installed. All these are due to the resilience and the support given us by the Honorable Commissioner for Health under the guidance and support of Mr. Governor.
All through this isolation ward are people fighting for their lives. Those who can speak emphasize the reality of COVID-19.
I knew what I had gone through. Somebody like me actually never believed there was COVID. So I think right from I was moved into this facility at Yaba. I know there is COVID, and people should protect themselves very well. It is real. And I pray for Nigerians that God Almighty should take COVID away from us.
In a bid to get a cure for the deadly virus, the state government is now investing in research as it gives the National Veterinary Research Institute in Ikoyi a new look.
I'm indeed excited and happy that as the governor, I was able to sign off and I was able to push and ensure that LSDPC put this edifice, together for NVR. But my joy really is not only that we have done this, it's really what the chairman and the executive secretary have done. We are in a global pandemic era. We're in an era in which we're looking for solutions. We're looking for vaccines to be able to treat C-19 virus that is ravaging the entire world. And if you do not know the importance of this place, we can remember Ebola. And like I've said, there are a lot of animal-borne diseases, viruses that are happening around. And the Institute has the responsibility nationally to be able to respond to challenges like this. And they've seen that they've given us assurance that this place will be turned to their first-class laboratory that can speak to the needs of not only Lagos, but the entire nation, using Southwest as a testament. Thirdly, which is a new request, is that I should also help raise funds to equip the laboratory. Mr. Chairman, Executive Director, we will do that for you. We will do it for the reasons that I've said. Apart from the fact that we need to help our citizens. This is a research institute, right? And we need research now more than ever before. Research in whatever space. COVID, people that are doing vaccine out of COVID is a function of research. And like the ED said, part of their responsibility is to be able to, bring out vaccines. And vaccines is what we're looking for. Even if the vaccine is not for COVID-19 today, it could be a vaccine for another disease that we have not seen that could come tomorrow.
The completion of this laboratory is very important to us because it will help us to take care of the livestock in the Southwest region. And as my chairman has said, we are moving our zonal lab from Akure to Lagos State starting from today, because we know that once this laboratory is equipped, we will be able to conduct and continue to do our mandate areas in the Southwest region with a laboratory that is well equipped for our farmers to continue to benefit from research, disease surveillance, and the control of disease and extension services.
The NVRI building housing the research laboratory, situated on Kefi Street, was built by the Lagos State Property Development Corporation in fulfillment of a partnership agreement with the state and federal government to end a protracted crisis over land ownership. The two-story building will now be the new regional headquarters of the institute.
Dear Lagosians, the second wave of the deadly coronavirus pandemic is here. Its new strain is easily transmitted and deadlier. Coronavirus symptoms are fever, dry cough, tiredness, difficulty in breathing. We can all prevent the spread of this virus through appropriate and regular use of face masks, avoiding close contact with people who are at high risk, washing our hands regularly with soap and running water, especially after visiting the toilet, before eating and after coughing or sneezing, using alcohol-based hand sanitizer, maintaining at least 1.5 meters or 5 feet distance from anyone coughing or sneezing, covering our mouths with tissue while coughing or sneezing, and thrashing the tissue. If you feel unwell and show symptoms of coronavirus, or you notice anyone who does, please call the Lagos State Emergency Hotlines 08000 ECOMED or 0803 33 56 5529. Many are dead. Don't fall victim or die in ignorance. Report now. Together, we will overcome this challenge. Igbega Ipinle Eko, Ajumosheni, Lagos State Government. Announcer.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu is still commissioning housing projects, this time at Ikmori in Surulere local government area, where 132 units have been made available for residents, as well as 84 units in Lekki Phase 2. This is a commitment by the government in providing decent and affordable homes for the people of the state.
Another housing project by the Lagos State Government, sited in Lekki Phase 2, Etiosa local government area.
Member of the House of Representatives.
The scheme comprises 84 housing units built on 1.8 hectares of land. 7 blocks carry 28 units of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom flats. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his deputy Obafemi Hamzat, traditional rulers and other invited guests are here to witness the commissioning of the new homes. But before that, the Commissioner for Housing rails out the benefits of the estate.
I want to let you know that it is a sample of livable communities that will be developed under this administration. The project comes with infrastructure, including road network, drainage, sewage treatment plant, car park, water reticulation plant, street light, perimeter fence, basketball court, block of shops, community building, open space for community activities and landscaping. By completing this scheme, located in the heart of Lekki, the state government of Babajide Sanwo-Olu has lent credence to its avowed commitment to provision of decent homes and livable communities for the people. We thank our partners, STB Bankers, Lekki Ultimate Company Limited, for a good job and hope that more investors will join us in building a greater Lagos of our dream.
A member of the State House of Assembly, who is also the chairman and House Committee, commends Governor Sanwo-Olu for delivering on his promises.
In you, we have found a man with ability. We have found a man with capability. We have found a man that can turn his swampy area to a grow economy. We have found a man that adds value to the life of Lagosians. We have found a man who is highly intelligent, and also very considerate in all endeavor. God will continue to bless you.
Aláyélúwà, Ọba Wàsíù, Ọmọgbọ́láhàn Lawal, Onírù of Yoruland.
The traditional ruler of Oniru land, His Royal Majesty Oba Abdul Wasiu Lawal, knows too well the importance of this occasion. Been the Commissioner for Housing before ascending the throne of Iruland and was part of the project execution. He's delighted that the scheme is finally delivered.
I'm happy this estate has come on board, and you may be looking at 84 units, but what I see here is economy. This is a major industry or a factory. For the 84 households that will be here, they will have need for internet service. Internet service providers will also have to come in here. They will be buying food. Those people selling food on this corridor will also benefit from it. So for every housing estate that government builds, those housing estates are not only residential abodes, they are also factories that will be turning out jobs.
Governor Sanwo-Olu takes the stage and assures the people that the scheme is ongoing as the state government continues to push ahead to plug the housing deficit.
Thank you. I can assure my chairman for the House Committee of Housing, when we've done Lagos West, we've done Lagos Central, we're coming to Lagos East, and for all of you. And we're going to still hand over a lot of housing in the Alimosho area. Egoigodo, we are coming there. And it's a large housing community, and several others that will be touching in Ibishi. Like I said, that will be touching in Odonosa, that will be going to, at various parts of the state that are at various levels, of completion. We will ensure that in the course of this year, we'll complete them, we'll hand them over to our citizens. We know how important a proper dwelling is to our citizens. And so this will be going into our stock of the mortgage schemes.
And finally, the official unveiling of the Lekki Phase 2 Lagos homes. Not done with housing schemes, Governor Sanwo-Olu and his team moved to the Ikmori area of Surulere on the mainland to commission a similar scheme. The completion of this 132 housing scheme was vigorously pursued to achieve a mandate of making Lagos State a 21st century economy where high-quality shelter is available.
The scheme comes with many top-class infrastructure, including road network and drainages, sewage treatment plants, car parks, water treatment plants, street lights, perimeter fence, volleyball courts, basketball courts, landscaping, block of shops, and the community center.
132 units have been constructed on 2.91 hectares of land. It's a mixed development estate with 2 dwelling types of 11 blocks comprising 88 2-bedroom and 44 3-bedroom flats. For Governor Sanwo-Olu, the completion of this scheme will add to the state's housing stock.
I'm indeed excited that all of these various commissioning in various parts of the state is coming at this time. And the state and all of us are not leaving anything to chance, as we believe that our housing scheme, it's something that is needed. We need to deliver them on time, and we need to deliver them on budget. I must say that it's always a thing of joy for me to see the vision of a greater Lagos actualized and the hope of a better life for our people becoming a reality. Our mandate is only fulfilled and is achieved when the lives of the people that we've sworn to support, when their lives get better. We are motivated to invest more in every area of endeavor as much as lives could be touched. As we build more homes all over the state, we are also generating ideas on increasing affordability and access. Good houses should not only be for the affluent, it also should be for the middle income and also not the very wealthy amongst us. It is therefore my honor and a rare privilege that I wish to rededicate and rename the Lagos Homes Ikonrin to be known as Babatunde Raji Fashola Housing Estate Ikonrin.
Again, he commissions the edifice. The governor explains further why the project is named after former governor of Lagos, Babatunde Raji Fashola.
He was also the person that laid the foundation to this place. And some of those initial bottlenecks, he actually saw it and he started, ensuring that it got, resolved at, during his tenure. Given his level of contribution, as a one-time governor in the state, and also given the service that is given the nation at this time, the least we can do is to continue to encourage him to do more because he's still serving, and to continue to acknowledge his modest effort, because all of us were all modest effort, in the conversation of bringing, better governance to our people and bringing about a sense of, real genuine development that we can all leave behind when we also leave our jobs.
Beneficiaries of this scheme have nothing to worry about because it comes with all the major facilities: a generator house, security post, shopping block, extra parking space among others, and occupants will be able to access major routes within the metropolis.
Lagosians, we are recording more cases of the deadly COVID-19 pandemic every day. The second wave is spreading like wildfire in our communities. It is deadlier, spreads faster, and kills faster. Our isolation centers are getting filled up and more patients are on oxygen. More people are dying and the young ones are not left out. You don't need to die in ignorance or arrogance and foolishness. Observe all the precautions. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water. If you don't have access to water and soap, please use an alcohol-based sanitizer. Use your face mask properly and regularly. If you have to go out or be in public, avoid large crowds. Observe social distance always. Do not hug. If it's not important, stay at home. Most common symptoms include fever, dry cough or tiredness, aches and pains, sore throat, loss of taste or smell. Serious symptoms include shortness of breath, chest pain or loss of speech. Should you have any of these symptoms or know someone who does, please call the 24/7 Eco Telemed toll-free line on 0800 035 6633. We must take responsibility for our health and lives. We must fight coronavirus by being responsible. Please observe all precautions. The second wave of coronavirus is killing faster than you can imagine. Stay safe. Be responsible. Don't waste your life. Lagos State Government announcer.
And this is where we call it a day on Dateline Lagos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Till next week, stay safe.